Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. I am Professor Adriana from Ink to Prosperity, and today is our second week diving into the tarot. So today we are focusing on the Magician. I'm trying different setups, so just bear with me, okay? Let's not tarry. Let's dive right in. Grab your notebooks, grab your water, and let's talk about the Magician. So, the Magician. So, I am going to be referring to 3 different decks just for like my different illustrations. And so, we have the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot deck. I'll also be referring to the Shaman Tarot and the Afro Avatar Tarot as well. And all of these will be linked below in case you want to grab yourself a deck. And so, beginning with the Rider-Waite Tarot, so the Magician. So last week we talked about the Fool, the Zero, the beginning of this whole entire tarot journey, and we are moving into the next step, which is number 1, Roman numeral 1, and it looks like this. I wish I could focus it for you, but I'll do better. So in this card, we have a beautiful setup. It looks like there's a gentleman, could be non-binary, we don't know, so we're gonna call it a they. Hello. We have a person who is wearing this gorgeous red robe. They're wearing a white underneath. We have these lovely flowers around the border, this yellow bright background. There's a table here, there's some items, there's an infinity symbol, and they are doing the infamous magician pose. Disco, okay? So that's what we have going on in the Magician. And this is going to be the typical image that you see when in most tarot. Now, depending on the artist, they may have their own depictions, but there are going to be some symbols in each one of these cards that will pretty much stay constant throughout any of the decks that you might see. So in the Shaman deck, we have a person also holding up. We have this table with the same similar items as here. Also this glowing background, and in this Afro Avatar tarot card, so this is based on Avatar The Last Airbender, so of course the depictions are going to be, centered around what happened in that show. So we have them with a person in the middle, glowing background, all of these different elements here. But let's dive into what the Magician means. So the Magician is going to teach us a few things. One of the things that we learned from the Magician is that what are magicians? What is a magician? A magician, now y'all excuse my handwriting, okay? Do not judge me. Thank you. Okay, so magician is someone who manipulates elements for a desired result. Okay? That's what a magician is. Just call me Oxford, baby. Okay? Next, a magician is someone who creates illusions. When you think about a magician, ta-da, we think about a magic trick, a play, someone who creates illusions. Magicians, what else do? They evoke deeper questioning. You have someone who is creating out of nowhere, out of thin air, and it makes you want to look deeper into what do you think about your current reality, okay? So that's what a magician does for us externally. Now on the internal, what is a magician? So that also comes up to, manipulating elements for a desired result. But a magician, someone who is using their power. Emphasis on using their power. The beautiful thing about the magician is that it shows us how to use what we got. Use what you got. Shake what your mama gave you. Hello? Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That is what the magician shows us. And one of the many ways that it shows us that through symbols is what you'll see in the magician card. If you get out one of your tarot decks, if you have one, or you can Google a tarot card, the magician tarot card, to bring up some images. What you see is that on this table, there are 4 items, and that tends to reign true throughout multiple different depictions. There's going to be 4 items, 4 different elements. Talked about that. 4 different elements, and these elements also are representative of the different suits in the tarot card set. So we have here, I'm not gonna write on my tarot card. We have a coin, a pentacle, we have a cup, we have a sword, and we have a wand. Those are the 4 different suits. And what do we know about the suits? What we learned last week is the suits represent the elements of nature: fire, earth, water, and air. Okay? And so we have here, the magician has all of these elements right here. And so they're also carrying some sort of staff. It looks like a candle. I should have looked up what the actual item is, because I'm sure there's some name for it, but I don't know that. If you know, please leave it in the comments, because this is a community school here. All right. And the fact that there's this table, this sturdy structure that is carrying these items, representing that we have everything that we need within us, around us. We come in with the total package. We leave with the total package. We are all made up of the different elements, okay? And so this lets us know that the magician, in order to work their magic, they must first know their tools. The magician knows and studies their tools. You can't wield your magic if you don't know what the fuck kind of tools you have. Excuse my language. So it's important for you, if you pull this card, it's important for you to take a step back and think about, here I am trying to manifest a new job, and I'm feeling hopeless. I'm feeling like I can't do it. And I pull the magician card as, what should I do next? If you pull the magician card, that thing is telling you, you need to take a step back and you need to look at your magic. You need to recognize your power. You need to affirm your own juju, okay? And you need to reevaluate the tools that you have so that you can make magic. You can create a desired result, but you can't do that if you what? If you don't know your tools. So the magician has everything, has it all, has access, has wisdom, has knowledge. How do we know this? Because in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, there's an infinity sign above the head. Now, I could get into a whole whirlwind about the infinity symbol, but I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. So let's talk about the infinity symbol in the magician card. So the infinity symbol, when you turn it upright, it looks like an 8, and it goes on and on and on. And so the infinity symbol, recognizing and acknowledging the infinite possibilities. Infinite possibility. There is no number. There is no ending. If there is no ending, there is no beginning. But if there is an ending, there is a beginning. Philosophy. And so the infinity symbol also gives us an idea that this magician card is telling you in your readings that there are so many opportunities, so many different ways for you to create and receive your desired result, okay? And I don't want you to feel like just because there are infinite possibilities doesn't mean that all of them are the best ones for you, which is also why it's important for you to continue through the Fool's journey into the High Priestess, which is the next card after this one, so that you can gain some wisdom and understand discernment. Okay, that's a little sneak peek for the High Priestess, but we're not there yet. And so the Magician, I knew I should have got a rag, but I was like, no, let me use the tops. Also, side note, shout out to Christy for this housewarming gift. I am in love and excited that I can use this for our videos. So that's what the infinity symbol also tells us about the Magician card. And then with infinite possibilities, meaning that there are, if mathematically, there are multiple things that you can put together to get different results. And that brings me to my next point about the Magician. So with magic, thinking like a witch or spellcaster, whatever you want to call yourself, a ritualist, I don't know. Thinking like that, to whom much is given, much more is required. That is a quote from my Mama Lewis. This is for you. To whom much is given, much more is required. You got all this magic, you got all this power, you got all these tools, all this knowledge, all this wisdom, all these connections. Your responsibility must also be among the things that you pay attention to. You can't just be out here willy-nilly, let me do this and do this, and being irresponsible with your power, being harmful with your power, being immature with your power. Recognize that your magic, your juju, your essence comes with weight. It comes with lightness, it comes with heaviness. Okay, it comes with healthiness and it comes with unhealthiness. That is balance. That is the totality of the existence that we live in. And this also makes me think about when someone is creating a spell for themselves, that they could change one ingredient and it could come up with a completely different result than if they were to use that original ingredient. And so this Magician card also calls you to take a look at your recipe to make sure that you know your tools. Okay, you see how it's all connecting, coming back full circle. And so the final point that I want to bring with the Magician is one of the universal laws. The first one, all is mental. I want you to take this. I want you to take this law. I want you to look it up. Universal law, all is mental. Just Google universal law, all is mental. I want you to look this up. Read about it. And then I want you to journal on what this means. How does this resonate with you? How does it not resonate with you? What does all is mental tell you? What doesn't it tell you? What does it answer? What does it question? All is mental. Break down each single word. 3 words, but so much can be said in this. So break down all is mental, and you will be able to unlock more wisdom when it comes to what the magician is telling you. There are secrets in here. There are things that can only be discovered when you take the time to study your tools. You see? Connections. And so with this all is mental, everything is consciousness. Everything is connected to this consciousness. Mental, all is mind. And our power is in here. It's in here. Connected to all of this, but all is mental. Why do you think our senses, our clairvoyance, our clairaudience, our claircognizance, psychic connects here and here? All is mental. People are journeying. These people who do these meditations to journey outside of their body into different dimensions. Psychedelics. All is mental. To connect with the all, it's mental. Which goes to show you how important it is for you to feel and be clear of mind. This is something else that I feel that the magician teaches me, is that when it comes up, it's very important to make sure that I am clear of mind, because if I am foggy, if I am depressed, if I am hungry, angry, if I am just not in the right state of mind, clear state of mind, that is going to filter my thoughts. That is going to taint my magic, and I may not get the desired results that I truly want and that truly resonate with me, because I was not clear of mind. And so the magician, when it comes up, it teaches you to make sure you are checking in here, making sure you feel good in here. Okay? Because you got everything. You got everything you need to make some shit shake. Okay? So these flowers that we have around, for me, they indicate that, like you're in a safe space, especially because we have what they seem to be like red roses, indicating that there's a love energy emanating from this card. Most of the time it seems to be a very optimistic card, but in reverse, we know that the magician could indicate an abuse of power. The magician can indicate that there is someone who is out of sorts, just a little fucked up. Also indicating that there may be, you're not using all of your resources in the best way that you possibly can. And also let me know what your reversals, if you read reverse, reversals mean for the magician as well, because again, this is a community effort. All right. And my last point that I want to leave you with is that the magician is the number one, a singular event, a singular person, a singular thing, a connected thing. What does one? Everybody says oneness. Oneness is the goal that we are aiming for, the ultimate thing, desire. What does oneness mean? How does that relate to the magician card? And then my next thought is that the magician is between the fool and the high priestess. the fool who was completely free and just out here, and the high priestess who is wise, way, way, way beyond her years, who is all-knowing, very intuitive. And so in between your freedom and your knowingness, you are embodying this totality of one, this totality of self, this totality of knowing what and who you are, so that when you step into your intuition, when you step into your discernment, you can apply that intuition with your tools to create. Which brings us to the Empress, number 3, which is 2 steps ahead of this. So the Magician is really in this brewing. They're in the madhouse. They're the scientist. What is all of this? Question and study. Okay? Maybe that was my timer. Which is also a good way to close off this video. So how can you be the magician today? How can you be the magician tomorrow? How were you the magician yesterday? That is your journal topic, along with your All Is Mental homework. Be sure to leave your comments, your thoughts, your questions down below so we can answer them as a community. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you like the vibe. Be sure to subscribe, okay? Let me know, like it, give me some comments, let me know. And if you want to work with me, I'm gonna leave it down below in the description, okay? Love you all. Mwah. Bye.